Good day, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you all are fine. My name remains Omolade, aka Milado Live. I have another story for us today titled It Is My Time. The story is about a young lady called Messi. Relax, get your cold drinks, and let's get into the story. It is my time. There's this young lady. She's a teenager. She got pregnant, and the person who impregnated her rejected the pregnancy. She tried to terminate the pregnancy, but it didn't work out. So she had to carry the pregnancy to full term. And when she gave birth to this child, guess what she did? She decided to go drop this child at the dumpster and ran away. An elderly woman who lives close by to the dumpster, who has been waiting on God for the fruit of the womb for several years, came out that fateful morning, and she heard the cry of the baby, and she was wondering, where is this noise coming from? So she followed the sound, and she saw that it was the dumpster, and she was like, what is going on here? She looked around, she didn't see anybody. When she moved closer, she saw a baby wrapped. She thought to herself, should I call the police? Should I call the neighbors? And she remembered that, oh, she doesn't have a child. She told herself, I'm just going to grab this baby and take her home with me. On the other hand, she realized that she could barely feed herself. But the joy of becoming a mother got hold of her, and she grabbed this baby, took the baby home, cleaned the baby up, and wrapped her with one of her wrappers. She wasn't expecting a child. So she left the baby in the house and quickly went to the market to grab baby clothes. She named that child Messi. Yes. She made sure she provided everything that Messi needed. She was raising Messi. There was no problem. There was no issue. Now, Messi turned 15 years old. That's when tragedy struck. The place the old woman used to sell things, the government came and said those structure there were illegal structure and they were going to demolish it. They thought they were joking because they've been there for so many years. Overnight, they came to demolish the store. Unfortunately, the old woman could not retrieve anything from the wreckage. Now she doesn't have any means of taking care of herself and Messi. She was walking, trying to put things together. Along the line, she fell ill. It was time to pay the rent. They didn't have money to pay the rent. The landlord of the house threw them out. Now they are homeless. They started living from one uncompleted building to another one. And this made the situation to become worse. The old woman sickness got out of hand and she died, leaving Mercy by herself. Fortunately, she told Mercy how she got her. And when the old woman died, Mercy was left all by herself, trying to figure out life. She will go to people's house to ask them for food. One day, she was very hungry. She'd been to so many people's houses, so many people's shop to ask for food, and they were tired of giving her and all that. So she was very hungry, and she thought to herself that she was going to steal so that she could feed. She got into this store and stole. Unfortunately, they caught her. They started beating her. People gathered. There's this young lady driving by and saw the situation, came down from her car and went to see what was happening. She pleaded with the crowd and the owner of the store that she was going to pay for what Mercy stole. They agreed. She paid and she asked Mercy to get into her car. She took Mercy home and started interrogating her. Asked Mercy about her parent, and Mercy told the woman that, I don't know who my parents are, but this elderly woman was the one who raised me. According to what she told me, she said she found me at the dumpster. She gave the date and everything. Guess what? Mercy was in her biological mother's home. The woman who saved her from the crowd is Mercy's biological mother. When she heard the story, she was shocked. She was confused. She didn't know what to do. She ran out, went into her room, closed the door behind her, and she started crying. Because for so many years, she's been trying to look for Mercy. She knew that somebody picked Mercy from the dumpster because when she dropped her, she was hiding to see who will pick the baby up. When she saw that somebody picked up the baby, she ran away. The guilt inside of her was killing her. So she called one of her friends and explained the situation, asking her, should I tell her that I am her mother? Or what should I do? Her friend told her, that will be too much for this child. Why don't you let her get to know you? Then you can tell her who you are. Mercy was staying in her mom's house without knowing that that was her mom. She enrolled Mercy back to school, After a couple of months, this woman became sick to the point of death. She felt very guilty not telling Mercy that she is her mother. So she said, I'm going to tell her because I don't know if I'm going to live or die. That would be unfair to her. So she called Mercy and told Mercy that I am sorry that I dumped you. I am your biological mother. Mercy was angry. She stormed out of the hospital, confused, not knowing what to do. She sat down at the edge of the gutter, thinking, and she told herself, should I hate her? Should I love her? She was mad that she dumped her at the dumpster. And at the same time, she was grateful that she saved her that day that she went to steal. She cried out to God, saying, God, when will all this suffering stop? Lord, I need your direction. When will my time come for me to have peace on all sides? She cried and cried and cried. And she remembered that her mother was dying. And she told God that, God, please, restore my mother's health so that I can get to know her. She rushed back to the hospital. When she got to the hospital, the doctor told her it's a 50-50 chance. She pleaded to go in to see her mom, even if it's going to be the last time, for her to tell her mom, "Have forgiven you." The doctor told her, no, you can't come in. So she stood by the door and began to pray. She prayed like never before, and God listened to her. God restored her mother back. After a few weeks, her mom returned home. They sat down and talked. Her mom explained the reason why she dropped her at the dumpster and asked for forgiveness. The mother told her, it is time for you to enjoy everything that you have lost over the years. Her mother gave her the best treatment that she could. She provided everything that Mercy needed. Mercy got into college, graduated, and life began to be merciful to Mercy. Mercy found someone who she decided she was going to spend the rest of her life with. She told her husband-to-be her story and told him, it is my time to have rest on all sides. And her husband promised her, I'm going to make sure I make you happy for the rest of your life. They got married. Mercy has her mom, has her own children. When the right time came for Mercy, everything started falling in place. Don't give up. Your time is coming. I hope you enjoyed the story and learned one or two lessons from this story. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.